Well, congratulations on this past anniversary of the show and seeing Shawn and Belle back together on the screen.
Mhm.
What do you think the fans like about Shawn and Belle? What has made this couple such a lasting couple?
Wow, that's such a great question. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it starts with the fact that they're children of the two of the main couples on the show, two of the most iconic couples on the show anyway, John and Marlena and Bo and Hope. So I think it was kind of predestined. But I also think that, they really are, I think they have all the makings of a great couple because they truly love each other, but they're flawed and broken people, so there's a lot to work
Yeah.
through, and they've also been together since they were children. I mean, you've gotten to see these characters grow up together and evolve together as well.
Do you have any favorite storylines of Shawn and Belle together?
I mean,
Storyline.
I liked, for me, based on, just, I enjoyed when we went on the run. I just, because it was a new adventure all the time and we were on the run taking Claire, and it's just, I don't know. I thought that was fun because there were so many different places that we were going and things that could happen. And I was always surprised when I get a script and I'm like, oh, this is happening, and then we're on the boat and there was so many really cool things that we can't do now because we don't have the time. But we had an entire boat lifted up off of the ground, and we've got,
Remember that?
throwing huge barrels of water onto me and throwing me overboard and all this kind of stuff. And so,
Like a big tank, right? Didn't you?
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it was like a big,
We did big events like that.
yeah.
Yeah, you have like these characters coming back, like Jan Spears and Philip, and sort of this whole group of characters that were from the last blast days of like a decade or ago or whatever. What's it like revisiting some of those older characters and storylines?
Well, I loved having Heather back, and I've always loved working with her. So it was such a treat for us all to get to see each other again and get to do crazy stuff together again. A lot of the last blast stuff was kind of before my time, and so when we did the reunion stuff for the app, I actually met a lot of, or I met a couple, like Erin. I met for the first time, I think, and so I had to get kind of filled in a little bit on some of that stuff, but. And working with Jay and Nadia has always been a treat. So I'm just happy we're all back together at the same time. We're all back at the same time for the first time, I think, since 2008.
Yeah. Well, this question is for Brandon. We all miss Christian Alfonso. Wish her well. And you had you worked with some of her on some of her last scenes. Do you have any special memories of working with Christian as your mom on the show?
I mean, specifically, I mean, I can't come off the top of my head, but I mean, they're all pretty special. I mean, she's sort of she's like the mom on screen, and she's sort of the mom off screen, and and she's always one of those. She's like always wants to, brings me into her dressing room, and she's like sits me down, and then she likes to ask me questions. So, how's your life? And ask me questions, but she remembers all these things that I've told her about, relationships or things that I have going on in my life. And so she'd always like to sit me down and get caught up and try to give me advice. And I always think that that's a lot of fun. So that's the sort of the way that she plays that. And she's a hard worker. She's always ready to go. And,
Yep.
and she's just on it. She's never lazy. She's just always coming in with all of her she's like a big ball of energy coming in, and she's like, okay, we're doing this. We got this. Let's do this. Come on. Oh, come in here. Let's sit down. Let's run lines. And then she's like, all right, honey, I'll see you on set. All right, we're going to go do this. And then she comes out and she's like, says to everybody, hello, everybody, and loves to just, make everybody feel welcome. So it's nice.
So just one final question. What is the biggest challenge for you working as an actors and taping under these COVID restrictions on the set?
Rehearsal for me. I mean,
Rehearsal, yeah. I was going to say that we don't really have the ability to rehearse in person at the studio anymore. So we have to rehearse via Teams, or like it's like a Zoom type of thing, and that's been the hardest adjustment. I think the rest of it, they have worked so hard to make it all very easy and safe for us. So I don't really consider that a challenge. I kind of consider it a gift. But rehearsal, you know, we've had to get really creative in how we've made time to do that, and yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get back to life as normal soon, and it's great seeing you guys again, even if it's through screens, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Laurie.
Thank you.